Ah yes, RuneScape, the drunk uncle of the MMO family. For most people, it's a pleasant memory from their adolescence, but for some, it remains a beloved daily ritual.
PVM death? Oh, fucking fix your game, you stupid.
It might not be as popular as WoW or as embarrassing as Second Life, but there's no question that it's every bit as enduring. And for good reason. Despite looking like complete ass, the game offers something for everyone. On top of pouring time into max leveling your character, you can spend hours losing your mind in PvP.
Big Spanks, come on baby, you got this shit. Kraut, big f***ing tank on 10, please Kraut.
Or you can sell your dignity for digital gain.
I will take off my shirt and my f***ing pants for 50 mil, bro. I'm not lying, dude. I will f***ing twerk in my underwear for that 50 mil, dude.
You can even dig yourself into insane debt and then turn the stress of paying it back into pure entertainment.
258 bullset to 0. There's no names on the fucking notepad anymore.
But while most of its player base is enjoying itself in this degenerate's playground, not everyone looks at RuneScape the same way. In fact, for diehard players in Venezuela, this jank-ass MMO isn't a game at all. It's a means of survival. Gold farming is a staple of most MMOs, or any game with some fake tradable currency. The concept's simple. You earn in-game gold by killing enemies or completing quests, which you could use to buy items or repair your gear. But instead, you sell that gold or the entire account on some shady website for real-world money.
I'll turn any gold, even broken or scrap jewelry, into cash. Oh yeah.
And in RuneScape, this transaction model has become wildly popular, much to the displeasure of Jagex, the game's developer.
The inconvenient truth is that our research has recently highlighted 40 to 50% of our current active player base on any given month are buying gold from gold farmers.
But over the last few years, a specific player group has risen to become the face of Jagex's gold farming problem: Venezuelans. Whether they're killing green dragons in the wilderness or endlessly grinding on Vorkath, you can find Venezuelan gold farmers all over RuneScape. So why is that? The answer, simply put, survival.
The people of Venezuela are enduring a crisis without parallel in the country's history. The collapse in energy prices and economic mismanagement have left it with the highest inflation rate in the world.
For the past 5 years, shit has been hitting the fan in Venezuela, and a lot of that has to do with the collapse of oil, which is the country's primary export. And to make matters worse, the Venezuelan government's answer to this financial crisis was to print more money, a move which rarely ever goes well.
The International Monetary Fund projects the country's inflation rate will rise to an incomprehensible 1,000,000% by the end of the year. Venezuela's GDP is also projected to fall by 18%, making it Venezuela's third straight year of a double-digit decline.
Now, as you can imagine, the Venezuelan people weren't exactly thrilled about their currency becoming practically worthless. And since 2019, they've been protesting in the streets because food and other basic necessities have become simply too expensive to afford.
Basically, we want the whole world to see what's happening in Venezuela, which is a very critical situation. Without production, without food, without medicines, a country totally paralyzed in all the country's economic sectors.
So, what do you do when your country is devoid of any financial opportunities and going to university is essentially pointless because every job pays peanuts? Well, for many Venezuelans, the answer is to play RuneScape. It's a 20-year-old game that can run on any low-end computer and doesn't require monthly subscriptions or infinite expansions. But more importantly, it has a surprisingly robust economy that revolves around gold.
Bonds can be purchased using real-world money and then traded in-game for gold. So, the game's legitimate market for gold basically has a foreign exchange market with a real-world currency through these bonds.
Now, for the last few years, RuneScape's gold price has stayed relatively consistent at a conversion rate of around 50 cents US per 1 million gold. And in a place like Venezuela, where the average monthly minimum wage is less than $2 US, RuneScape has become one of the country's most lucrative financial opportunities. In fact, according to a Venezuelan gold farmer we spoke to who wishes to remain anonymous, RuneScape has become either a full-time job or a secondary source of income for many people trying to escape poverty.
Claro, obviamente para mejorar la calidad de vida que pudieras tener en algún trabajo, como decir, un trabajo común, pues por llamarlo de otra manera. O sea, porque con un trabajo aquí, como es conocido normal, pues un trabajo de oficina, cualquier trabajo estable que tú puedas conseguir aquí, no te va a dar una base económica para tener una buena calidad de vida. Pues si te van a pagar $10 mensuales, algo así, pues esos $10 no te van a alcanzar, obviamente, para un mes.
Now, if you don't play RuneScape, hearing all of that might have just blown your mind. But for veteran players of the game, this isn't that surprising. It's even gotten to the point where Venezuelan gold farmers have become kind of a meme in the community because of the sheer number of them populating areas like Green Dragons and Rev Caves. But gold farming isn't some magical ticket out of poverty. And because many Venezuelans are limited by the PCs they have available, if anything breaks, they're losing time and money until it's repaired. And I haven't even mentioned the frequent blackouts in Venezuela, which can stop gold farmers from working for days on end.
You can't go to a cash machine. You can't get on the internet. You cannot go to a shop and buy something you need.
But the issues don't end there. Remember how Jagex said
40 to 50% of our current active player base on any given month are buying gold from gold farmers.
Well, to deal with this problem, they're more than happy to ban these gold farmers on site.
Personalmente me han baneado desde que comencé a jugar 4 cuentas, A ver, 1, 2, 3 cuentas, ¿no? Ajá, 3 cuentas. La primera cuenta fue la primera cuenta que tuve. Esa cuenta me duró aproximadamente un año. Sí, un año. Yo diría que un año exactamente. Esa cuenta tenía incluso Dragon Slayer 2, o sea, era una cuenta ya semi. Ya tenía más de 200 coins, pues. Y otra cuenta me tardé aproximadamente 2 meses en subirla, me la banearon también.
And these bans can be devastating because it takes a long ass time to grind another character to prime gold farming levels. Time that could have been spent making money to feed you and your family. But Jagex's ban hammer isn't the only thing Venezuelan gold farmers have to watch out for. There's also a specific, extremely passionate part of the RuneScape community who will harass them and even go as far as killing them if they get the chance.
In this video, I'm going to be PKing some gold farmers at one of my favorite places to find the gold farmers. Okay, this place seems a little bit more dry than usual, but we still found somebody. $39 Fire Surge. Want to double claw this though? Come on. There we go. Nice.
Venezuelan gold farmers have become such a widespread issue in RuneScape that some people in the community have even put together guides explaining how to hunt them down.
This isn't a game, boys. This is real life. And this is war.
Sí, obviamente eso es efectivo que el racismo y eso pasa, eso es algo bastante normal, pero en defensa de esas personas que obviamente no defienden la xenofobia, estoy completamente en contra, pero sí estoy de acuerdo a que hay actitudes de venezolanos en el juego que obviamente dejan en mal a la comunidad venezolana de RuneScape.
Sure, a good number of these guys are just edgy racists, but some of them actually have a fairly valid reason for disliking these gold farmers. You see, Venezuelan gold farmers can take over areas of the game, making them basically off limits for others. That is, unless you pay for protection, like YouTuber A Friend demonstrated in a video last May.
Certain worlds they have claimed completely. Like they literally camp those worlds. You can see a bunch of people just standing, doing nothing, waiting for people to log in just to scare them away or kill them.
Players are understandably pretty pissed that parts of the game have become basically inaccessible due to Venezuelan gold farmers. And their frustration has reached a boiling point, with community members demanding that Jagex actually do something about it. This all leaves Jagex in a position that no game developer would ever want to be in. On one hand, they could let the gold farmers keep doing their thing, which could ultimately destroy the game's overall economy. Or on the other, they could make changes to the game, which would kill the gold farming industry and put desperately struggling human beings out of work. And in October of 2020, Jagex somewhat made their decision. They essentially put an end to gold farming in Rev caves by adjusting how revenants spawn in the cave, changing combat from multi to single plus, and by nerfing the drops. These actions forced Venezuelan gold farmers to revert to alternative farming tactics like green dragons, which pays a lot less than the tiny amount of money they were already earning. The changes to Rev caves cut off an integral financial source for many Venezuelans, and that has a massive impact. So the next time you're playing RuneScape and you see someone farming green dragons, before you go and jack their loot, think about how that gold might mean a lot more to them than it does to you.
Sí, he visto una mejora económica, gracias a Dios. Obviamente con los altos y bajos, porque no todo en RuneScape es bonito, como los baneos, pero sí he visto mis buenas suertes en RuneScape. Sí, obviamente lo hago para sobrevivir, pero que en el sentido de que también otro trabajo podría sustentar, pero este también me genera mejor calidad de vida porque trabajo desde mi casa, es un poco más cómodo, pues sería mucho más cómodo que salir a la calle a buscar otra manera de sobrevivir.